say not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, me I can feel them. What are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When they see me brother them na street. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guns at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house, them gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Me brother don't before him them. Say not a kush. So we they use the old age man youngest. Say not a kush. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Sorry Salone. We say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. We say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you to say, is it all? That's all we say. Say make we drive kush na Salone. But we life them.
That is so right, yeah now. What's if they do? When we bother them, they deny. Push on the hell, now them body just they try. So foot at them body, they and now they just they cry. When we bother them foot, so they swell now why? I don't know if now the chemical or waiting then they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the suit. Other food and they for it, come up young kush. We say bring this message so you do work for you. On the
Every day we dey.
Alright, Fambul them. Una kabo, una kushe, una good morning, good afternoon, depending upon whose part of the world where you dey. I know say una go surprise for see me for join this program this time because Matilda and Mr. Jamboria na den can sit down na this hot seat. Me not a historian, and yes, Mr. Jamboria self don't make clearly say not a historian, but I don't do extensive research for bring Salone historical perspective to una. So the program we una de listen to na the episode 5 of Salone, we all know Wan Fambul, and then we can deliberately forgive this topic for maybe help resolve some of the tension what they see in that country there, because people in the field say, well, you know, Mende, Timni, Limba, the tribes them, therefore make a huge difference. And, you know, see that Salone person as somebody way that you brother or sister in an extended way, like that extended family system. We know say that they so much into the fabric of not just Salone, but Africa, culture. So by the way, the people I'm way not familiar with this face. My name na Abdul Karim Kagbo, I'm based in Canada, and as I say, me not a historian, but me na economist by profession, and I can always say, and they allow me for put food on my table. So I don't want to talk too long because again, this not to my expertise. I just go to listen and ask questions, and we probably una self go eager for know waiting at the answer. So I go bring Mr. Jamboria on, let him set the stage, and after which I go display the numbers them, because again, the template's different, so eager for take time for the technicians for let them put that together, so we go display the number on the screen. But in the meantime, let we bring the agbagba. We now no
Bena
possible.
small man, sir. Bena kekere agba.
Somebody we are familiar with, and this man, the side uside now late time, and again let we make them clear, Salone people them. Most of we, not so because of the money, VOS need to pay we. I want to make them clear. So now volunteer, we only volunteer. So for the fact say people and they volunteer, let we not sort of see and like say, oh, then people they sort of they look for fame. No, and for the love of the country. So I just want to emphasize this. It not necessarily means say we not for this agree with we, but let we do it with respect. And there, I dey encourage una for let una take the sense out of the nonsense we dey always try for putting on this show on our VOS platform. If we do that, I believe say Salone go before, because plenty of we get some knowledge we, if the people that they rule the country, and even una the average Salone people we all go able to see how it will benefit Salone go before. So I just want for through that particular caveat today before Mr. Jambori I give you the opportunity for tell we exactly a little bit of himself. I know say don't they do it repeatedly in the show, but let it set the stage as to waiting we for look for in the next say an hour and a half, maximum 2 hours. So Mr. Jambori, I'll give you the platform and thank you so much as always for impact knowledge, for share you knowledge and expertise with we Navios and with Salone in general. Thank you very much. And over to you, sir.
Thank you,
Sets the
sir.
stage forward.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Fambul dem unakusha. Rotemne supai the fumami the piari in Mende we say Bondesia Awana. Today is the 5th episode of this program we'll be on start. Salone we all na Wan Fambul. Sometime back before we get independence, one Creole man we named Eteldre Jones, we've been changing name to Lamina Sanko. He pioneered the formation of the Sierra Leone People's Party. The name Sierra Leone People's Party was done willfully with his guidance. Then, even the motto where the party they carry, one country, one people, it was discussed and agreed on. But human nature being what it is, the lack of understanding of who we are, the lack of our identity, it don't lead we to a pathway 63 and more years after, we still defend with footing. As Mr. Kabo say, nobody is paying us for doing this job. I get my own platform where I don't spend money on my own, from my own pocket. Even today, if I order some cables them for me mixer and other things, then so I go improve on the service. We are doing this for the love of country. We country don't reach the stage where in need for heal. If we cannot heal it now, then some of us are failures. In life, it no matter how much money you get in your bank account. But if you left behind where you don't die, a disorganized society, you're not failure. Because you not pass here for can only do for yourself. You pass here for can improve Mother Earth, for improve on humanity. Now I make even the white man them, the one that will do most of their inventions, what they enjoy today, then profit much from amo. The how we invent electricity, not profit much. Marconi we invent radio waves and what not profit much. But they did it for humanity. This na the side we absent from we. I make we dey do things them without consideration. We have done a lot of abominable acts to ourselves. And some of we, as Mr. Kabo say, me not a historian. I stopped doing history in the 3rd form at the grammar school. I go up to university, and not if I do history, so not a specific history, maybe not history for the sake of research. You want research on something, you dey go look at the history for make you know what may happen in the past, for look at the present. But some years ago, seeing what is going on in Sierra Leone, I took a decision that I will spend time and money to research on the anthropology of our country. Why? Because, number one, I've been spent some time, about 5 years, in Conakry, Guinea. Within that 5 years, I made friends with certain intellectuals. I've been able to access certain things what then they do there about the anthropology. Even to the Madingo language, what then they call Nko, they get an institute in Guinea where they research on that. And I think, say, if I'm not wrong, they don't begin use them gradually in the educational system. Ganko, if you like that language, where them been go fen na pujan, where them say one kisimi kamara been the use. Kikako. Almost like Nko. These are things that have been lost to us. And because we have lost this and we wanted to become Europeans, what we know to Europeans, today we're in the midst of confusion. For a small country like Sierra Leone, who say across the country, all the people and get the same surnames. All the people and they speak languages, we get a lot of words we similar. When Timni man say Nimisa, Timende man they say Nimisa, Soso man they say Nimisa, Limba they say Nimisa, Kisi they say Nimisa, Kono they say Nimisa. These are pointers that something about us is common. And that commonality, now inspire me for say, let begin do this research. And by the grace of God, I don't find out a lot of things about we. At times, it can pain me when I see people and they preach tribalism. At times, it can pain me when I see people we're supposed to be responsible. They preach hate and divide. And some of these people don't even know the people they are preaching hate against, not their own blood relatives. You may be speaking a different language today, but the DNA are the same. A Kamara in Pujão and the Kamara in Cambia and the Kamara in Kono or Kenema, now the same DNA. They came from the same origins, from Diomande. Just like we Yeri Fofana, Yeri Sise, Yeri Conte, Yeri Bangura. We have these names across ethnic lines. They are the same people irrespective of the language they speak. Some of we, they take the mile for make this sacrifice, even to the time extent that we know they sleep enough for the age old day, because we want to find out, because we no want to die and left with country in shambles. Some of us want to die a peaceful soul. I no go on for die, I then am a grave or I then at the spirit world, I they see people and they cut them throat. I go ask myself, why did you pass there? If I'm to pass here, let me leave a legacy of peace for mankind. So this not the reason we agree for start this program. And because I know say the viewers get a wider audience, then get a broadcast system na Sierra Leone, and this program specifically, they target Sierra Leoneans. I make a say low with them on viewers. And when we've done all the episodes then, we go find other thing do for make we maintain peace. Peace is the only way forward for us, because with peace, we can get progress. With peace, we can build trust. With peace, we can build all other things. But before we go get that peace, let we understand, say, blood is thicker than water. and we're all the same blood. We
Well,
will
thank
start
you.
now, but make we go into the details that what we get for discuss today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jamboya, for way you set the stage for we. And Fambul them, I want for display the numbers them as we can always want for let una say be part of this conversation tonight. So if you they call from North America, we include United States, Canada, and Mexico, you not get for pay if you call this number directly because not toll free number and the tab there on VOS. So we go pay for that. Just now one of the ways then that we they show people and say we want for bring Sierra Leoneans together and also give Sierra Leoneans then the opportunity for like themselves be part of traditional radio station, traditional TV station. We all know say it can difficult for let the average person able for making voice, let people hearing voice. But VOS we make it easier for now. We bring and come directly to now. I know say beaucoup people even last program Thursday say some people and they will for the cutoff and stuff, but we make them very clearly say no, we they practice the democracy what they preach. So North America, if you they call from there, the toll free number now 1-866-944-7722. The number again are 1-866-944-7722. If they call from the UK, the local number for call we now +44-20-80-89-1455. The number now +44-20-80-89-1455. If they call from Australia, the local number for each we now +61 2909 84 337 +61 2909 84 337. We get a number we I can always call them the one port number where no matter how side they call from, you will reach that number there. But per English they call it universal. So the universal number now we now the WhatsApp number of VOS now 1-343-997-5828 1-343-997-5828. And like how Mr. Jamboya say, we get we radio station now Freetown, for the most part now the eastern part of Freetown, and I know say the population really high there. But if you're not able for catch this station at all, no worry, we get another means where you can able for reach we. But the radio station na Freetown, and we go encourage you now though because they get boku community programs then we then safe they put together and for give una exactly a sense of waiting they go on directly in a Salone. So that FM station then at 91.9 FM. So FM 91.9, that's not the VOS radio station at Salone. And like I say, if you're not able to catch that station there, even if you did Salone, because for whatever reason, based on regulation, then give a restriction as to how far we can expand we program or we network. So for able bypass that, not to illegally but legally, we get a mobile app where if you go na the Google Play Store or Apple App Store, you go able for download them, and that mobile app it look like this. So you just need for type VOS television. So the television all now one word, TELEVISION. So you just type on VOS television, you go come up, and then you can able for download them. And for the people that we don't download them already, we want for tell una boku thank you for that. And the one they will not download them una still let it, even though I don't miss boku things them, because right now with the broadcast the European Nations Cup and then the American so-called Nations Cup as well, we then they also with the broadcast time. But we pause because I know say Boku people go sort of upset in a way we stop the broadcast, but we programs them, we live programs them always can take priority. So now that make we stop the broadcast of the football, and then we bring this program to now. So for people and we feel offended for we will do that, dear, we apologize for that. But dear, again, I want to follow now understand say the program of Mama Salone is always more important than any other program because this station we call them Voice of Salone. So now specific to Salone, except if we give references of other country when a Dande Mr. Jamboria go help we for able to understand the connection in terms of then tribes here way we they talk so and how they come na Salone and how we interconnected. So Mr. Jamboria, you make mention of the surnames them because me na one particular example. Me mama na Kamara, me daddy na Kagbo, and una know so you they take the daddy side. But me mama in Kamara actually na Soso Kamara. So me mama, yeah, na Soso Kamara. And in fact, my grandpa, where they grew up, I kind of be the wonder that they call him in name Molai, but they call him Molai Soso. So for indicate say na Soso man. So now, so me Kamara na me mama in Kamara na Soso. It just happens say the village where it go settle able for talk Timney and stuff, and that way they will come be Timney. But my grandpa from the mama side actually not so. And interestingly, my own Kagbo also, and this now until recently, my papa and small sister, we in fact now my wife will be the discuss that history they with. We to me when my wife tell me me auntie say me grandpa, the young papa, say now Fulaman, it just come not here.
I
It come not
wanted to say that the Kabos are jealous.
yeah, exactly. So where me auntie tell me me wife say, no wonder. He said, but you not Jalo, you not Fulaman. So I kind of wonder how can we be Jalo, you know? So
And
again,
Tamara back na jalo.
yes, yes. So it's very important for that we understand this. So let's say if I be hostile to the Fulans them, where Miss SF gets the ancestry day, it don't make any sense. Like how you say,
No, no,
you know,
no,
the
no.
lineage, the lineage so far. So now that make again because of all this and my only tool understanding of history because I do history take from six, and now that make I can always like for address people even at this platform as brother and sister. Now that I grew up with, you know, because we're all brothers and sisters. And even if you take the Bible and the Quran, you know, now that kind of way they address each other. So why then we for move away from that and bring this inhumane mentality of saying me and you two because of I get different surname or I they speak different tribe, so me and you two different completely. That it only stop at that, but you feel say the person are enemy. So I just decide for throw that out, let people know a little bit of me history because I want to use this as an opportunity and say, Mr.
That's a
Jamboree.
very good example. That's a very good example. Justifying what we are going to say here today, Mr. Kago.
Exactly. So I want to let
That's a
you make
very good,
that.
and I not say not to you one. Way they talk so, it they resonate with a lot of people out there where they listen.
Yes.
Most times we are fooled by the environment where we born and the language where they speak. Just like Mr. Cabo born a Pekin now in Canada, like we say then at the French side of Canada, the Pekin begin talk French. That does not in any way make that child a French. The DNA of the child is still Fulani Soso Temne from Sierra
Exactly.
Leone. But the environment don't convert the Pekin into a French Canadian. We see even now, then get DNA sites them for make people know their origins. Now, because the world on the reach stage, we for begin look at the commonality for allow we forget peace. The world is overheated with the energy of hate. We therefore change that energy there. So now I make some of them programs that are very, very relevant. As you rightly try for introduce by asking the question and even using yourself as an illustration, the people then will day to day, now that area what they call Sierra Leone. Now part of an area where people migrate into from the Sahel or areas that will not get forest. In those days, not so now, in those days, the forest was so thick that would I get mind for kind side day, if they come for seek safety. Because when once they don't can they, people they pursue them, no, they can't they for follow them, they're afraid. It was like impossible, a no-go area. Then, when these people came into the forested areas, because of the environmental conditions where they meet, it modify a lot of things in them. Now they will begin get all the languages here. But when you look at Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, and even to Senegal, and as far south as La Côte d'Ivoire, or the western part of La Côte d'Ivoire, they're the same people they defend it, but they speak different languages. And then people here, they all get two DNA links, Malinke and Fulani. I don't care whether the man they talk Mende, the other one they talk Timini. If they do a DNA test, then they fall into them two DNA groups there. Because these two groups now then form the majority of the West African genealogy. With maybe when you go towards the east, you go meet other people and they like the Hausa, you meet the Igbo. But even in them groups and I am sure if we begin do researches now, we go find out that there had been mixtures, intermarriages. We go find all them DNA inside it because man by nature now a migrating animal. Migration has been with us and it will ever be with us. People have been moving around for different reasons, some for disaster, some for trade. And in those days, when people move, it's difficult for make most of them turn back. As a matter of fact, Freetown, now a typical example of a place where people they migrate come for trade, because not only today, they know Freetown as a port. Since Europeans started using the Atlantic to go to India, to go to Americas, they may not recognize one place there when a natural hub. And that was Freetown. Now then they not been get the name Freetown at all. Because the name Freetown came after the resettlers were brought back by the Sierra Leone Company. Then later it became the colony. But when you look Freetown gets a history of a cosmopolis. You get different sections in a Freetown. We don't disappear now because we not care about we cultural identities. There was a place when a Fulani then called it Fulatong. There was another place when a Bambara Malinke then called it Bambaratong. That's now by Central. That river we can pass under Eastern Police. Now then they call Bambara Spring. We come up that hill by Frobe College. That area they all na Bambara people been there. You been get Kisi them na George Brook. You been get Soso, you been get Limba, you been get Mende, and all these people they were there. Why? Because when they come for trade, because of the long distance worker, some man they come, if she done the 6 months, 1 year, before the member say, la go back for go take other market. So this is how Freetown started. Freetown is for everybody. Then I want to get for begin make clear. Freetown was given to the British not because the people are not aware. They are aware that everybody lived in Freetown, so everybody should accommodate everybody. But today, with the see crisis in Freetown, whether they talk say now we get here, whether they talk say them people are not for there. This is all because we have lost track of our identity. But now coming to the issues of how we come about for be what will be in Sierra Leone, there had been several movements from the Sahel into the forested region. But the first one happened sometime between the 10th and the 12th century, when the Arabs realized there was gold down south. They came as far as the Senegambia area, into what they get to as Western Mali, and in that area existed what was called the Songhai Empire, or what some people they call the Ghana Empire. By war and other means, they took over that place and started mining gold. And that was how the Almoravid Empire was established. The Almoravid Empire extended from Senegambia right through to southern Europe. You may get southern Portugal, southern Spain, Gibraltar, Morocco, part of Algeria and Libya under the Almoravids. It was a flourishing empire, and it had a lot of influence on Europe. As a matter of fact, that empire they na through Islam reach Europe. If you go Spain and Portugal today, they see the monuments and that place what they call Gibraltar was established at that time. But who were the people who suffered most from this empire? Now the people who have been in the Senegambia region, because they were the ones who were taken into bondage for do all the gold mining and other things. Some the rich people in the Almoravid, may they can exchange the women then for horses, for carry the women and go use it as concubine or whatever. So that created a migration where this first set of people moved from the Senegambia south into the forested region. I think you will show me that map there now, sir. The first migration started at that time. People moved from the Bambara Sonenke, Malinke area, then come south. Not all come inside Salone, but they settled along the way. And some even went into what is present-day Liberia. This set of family will come, or group of people that will come, now the Bambara people them. And then people will then get specific surnames where they fend today from outside and come out na Senegambia to as far south as Liberia. If you hear Fofana, you hear Sise, you hear Jakite, you hear Injai, you hear Konate. Konate, now they call Kanu. You hear Mansari, what they say Mansari. All these surnames you will find within the region where they circle there on this map, and even beyond. Because these were the areas that this first set of people settled down. Then later, other people then follow them. The Fulanis them follow. Some can settle in the north, some settle in the east, some go as far as Forest Guinea, some go into Liberia, some settle in Futa Jalon. Now I make today in Sierra Leone, you get family names them where they find across. And you mix the same family names them na Guinea and Liberia. Like the people who they call Bundu at the north. Then relatives, then blood relatives, then at the east of Sierra Leone, then they call themselves Bunduka. They had the Bunduka, the Ka. The word Ka is a Malinke word. It's pointing to a clan or a set of people. We say Jalonka, now the people from Jalon. Jakanka, now the people learn from Jakan. Konyanka, now the people learn from Konya. These names got modified a lot. But at the same time, they point to the fact, say, some of the people, what they call themselves Bundu, their relatives now the East today, they not they talk the same language like them. The Northern Bundu, they talk Timni mostly. The Eastern Bunduka, they talk Mende mostly. But when you check the DNA and the origins, the same people. The forefathers, you get them in Bo district, you get them in Moamba district, you get them in Pujaun district, you get them in Kenema, you get them in Putloko, in Tonkolili, in Cambia. And all these people speak different languages today. Does that make them different? No. This says the same thing. You guys says they're not the north. You guys says they're not western area. You guys says not the south. You guys says not the east. All of them speak different languages. Does that make them different? No. There is a specific family, the Soiree. The Soiree, their origins, their great-grandpa, now be an Islamic cleric. Now a town in Gambia, what they call Jakaba. That town still there. At the root of the Soirees. Then they Guinea, then they Guinea-Bissau, then they Salone, then they Liberia. The Guinean Soiree, then they spell out S-O-U-A-R-E. Same with the Senegalese Soiree. Now the same people. These are the people who accommodated the people who came from Persia, will later emerge as Fulani. And there is a history about the Soiree family. They were the moderates. We believe, say, they're not for force somebody for be a Muslim. As long as the person not interfere with their own Islamic practice, let the person live in life. It is recorded in history. These are the things we should be looking for make we able to live with ourselves and accommodate ourselves. Because we all now one people living within one region. There was never Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia before the Berlin Conference of 1884-85. After that conference, then geographical or geopolitical regions here begin to exist. But the whole region, when you look, we all are the same people. You go to Guinea, as I say, I've been there 5 years. All the surnames where you defend as Salone, you defend them there. Mohamed Kone, ECSL, Wan Fambul and the Guinea, Wan Fambul and the Cote d'Ivoire, Aisha Kone, the musician, now Wan Fambul. Because what the people they call Kone in Sierra Leone, the French people and they call them Kone, K-O-N-E. The one they call Conte, they spell with C-O-N-T-E-H. The Guinean they spell them as C-O-N-T-E. Jalo, the Guinean they spell out D. The Senegalese they spell out D. We have to pay attention to these things because we are a small set of people. Sierra Leone is less than half the population of most major cities. We are so small in number, we're able to manage ourselves. But because we don't lose our identity, today, brother, the fat brother, they will call them tribalism. There are no tribes in Sierra Leone. The word tribe was introduced by the British. The African not get tribe, now clans. The Kamara clan, the Koroma clan, now so people them in the live. Jalo clan, and the other side about we history is that the clans were given those names because they relate with the job where they know them for. There are certain names, when you call them names, then you know, say, then why? Now the storytellers and musicians, like when you say Kuyate, when you say Jibate, these are people who are storytellers. These are musicians. In the Fulani culture, where you say Jalo, now the teacher and the administrator, the bar, now the businessman them, the bari, now the industrialist them, now the blacksmith and everything. It's like that in every linguistic group. Then get traits attached to the family name. But we lost all them facts, yeah. We want for be Westerners. We want for live affluent life. We not even know how for do them. So now they begin preach. That my way, sometimes get him the blood na bond. They call him brother na the not the enemy. Let God pull whip on this. Let God make we understand who that will be. Over to you, sir.
Well, great point. I want for tell you Boku thank you for way you put on that way there. And that way where you end say let God make let God sorry for way and let God direct way. Let we realize that because that confusion it creates a whole lot of issues because of lack of knowledge. Again, the small thing way you just talk so let I take myself as an example. So my parents them born na the north. Me born na Freetown. And if you look at the origin, so you go say because my parents then come on at the north, so according to how people in the label, so me na APC. Because of history where I get linked with the Fulans, and we know say the current vice president na Jalo. So that for make me SLPP. And because of
Well, Fullers are traditionally known to be SLPP, but me and Fuller man not join.
well, I just stay here for make for let people understand how wrong that perception they be. So me get link with the Fulans and we me grandpa a original name na Jalo, and then to the mama side na Soso, and we get now the Cambia district because you know Soso na from Guinea, but now the Cambia district we get Soso them, so that for make me NGC. So meaning that me one grain I for be APC, I for be SLPP, I for be NGC. So, but
Yes.
when I really think about that, you know, so I just kind of think, say, okay, well, Nakagbo. So forget even about me mama side. And again, I get me like me, my sister don't die now in picking them. A born with Mende man. And then picking and they not to brag at the brag, but I mean they take care of them now. So if I get that mentality and say because of a bond with Mende man, I for make them picking and they go and stay. Now me blood. You know, I share DNA with them picking and they. So now that kind of way they may want, let's say, Leonians then think. And I make a glad way you agree for they bring this kind of program na VOS. And it's so funny though that you get people away where they do all kind of way for bring the country together under the VOS umbrella, but still people and they come and disrupt programs and point Ebo, they are big Fambulem. And I always they say, Mr. Jamboria, what happened to that tolerance? Where people like how I give example to my grandpa and call her more like so. And then it be common those days for like you say, Mende boy, Limba boy, Creole boy. Let them identify people
Not
in
to
that way.
insult, not just identity and joke.
Exactly. But first, they will not be the same as
When they go to
insult.
school and they call me Fula boy, I never took it as an insult.
Exactly. So first, they're not to be insult, but now people can go feel offended if you call them that because it's dangerous for let them identify themselves openly. Say now this particular tribe. So tell we exactly.
Mr. Cabo,
Yes, sir.
if I can interfere small, sir, we go wrong
Yeah.
out of greed. People started preaching hate in Sierra Leone from 1970s. Everything they start like play. Like how do they do so? Maybe the results of these interventions, it will show na Sierra Leone in the next 5 or 10 years. People started preaching hate since 1970s. I am saying this because I was a witness to it. I grew up in a family where they in the medical service, then they transfer all over the country. I not been to live with my parents, them. I live with my grandpa and granny. The time I go secondary school, by then the grandpa be don't die. So I move Camp Freetown. I been they live with my aunties them. Honestly, throughout my school days, I not experience anything we then call tribalism. 1975, when I entered Jala University College, I mean the first shock I get. Imagine somebody where don't travel around the country, you sabi people in all the towns and districts, you see everybody as one. Then you go begin to encounter people dividing themselves into linguistic groups, getting associations that are connected with these linguistic or regional groups. Then they try to force you to identify. Then they tell you, say, they want and they, now so then turn. So you begin wonder me say, 10 people are turn, where then they talk about. Because the Sierra Leone I know never existed before now. The Sierra Leone you people, the Sierra Leone you people want me to know never existed before now. It's different from the Sierra Leone I know, where I had friends in every part of Sierra Leone. It's a matter of fact, sometimes they can go holiday, oh, they come up and their young boy trick them. We know they can't house, they go sleep to paddy. Who is this friend? Maybe now a native of the area where they talk Mende or Timni or Limba or Suso. And in those days, we never thought about language. What in common with we in those days, now how you they perform in school. We were boasting about the performance in school. Everybody want to perform well so that when in party them, they all go there at par.
Yes.
But we
And
see,
quickly to
nine,
that point,
yes, go
quickly
ahead,
to
sir.
that point, where you they go introduce paddy to you parents them in those days, if they no say this paddy smart, then go even take a like their own picking. So
Yes. Then they
that's
encourage the friendship.
exactly that's not be
Then
the
they
key.
encourage them because they want to not
Yeah,
two for the at par.
exactly. Instead of the tribe, they look at how much of
No
an
tribe not been
influence
they
it will be
existing with
for you.
people in minds, Mr.
Yes.
Cabo. In Freetown, people and they live as neighbors, irrespective of the tribe. You they see them they exchange food. This the cookie go give neighbor, the neighbor cookie kangi. So then they compete for cook different plazas. They all man showing skills. We ate those foods. But today, here is the Sierra Leone. Even when you talk something as a joke, the response way they get na insult. People hate you for what you are. Because the intellectuals of 1960 up to 1970, they created a disaster in the country by preaching hate. They wanted to use that to polarize the country into political groups, into ethnic groups, into all the things them where they slap we now face today. And here we are today, a small country with all the potentials for being the richest country in Africa. We cannot run ourselves. We done dey 24 months to date after election. All man they talk yun. All
You
man they
mean
wait for
12 months?
moral guarantors as if we are kids.
You mean 12
It's because
months?
we have lost our identity. I see we
Absolutely.
get the callers. I like come on.
Okay. VOS Network caller, please. Waiting your name and side they call we from. Go ahead, WhatsApp. WhatsApp, go ahead, please.
Yes, Mr. Kabo and Mr. Jamboria. This is Fodi Mustafa from Leicester.
Hello, brother. Go ahead, please. Thank you for calling.
The thing here is that, as I always talk about, we think out the problem there. The problem all long come day because of now we get what we call this inherited democracy. Now remember, the Teoga one party state. All the people they compete under one party. I mean the APC then, unfortunately. So the ethnic identity was not much of a problem. Not so much alone this problem day. When you go to Ghana, then democracy wouldn't just get. Most of the NDA supporters they come from the north of Ghana, and particularly the one the way most of the one where they rules right now, they get their support from the Ashanti people, the Ashanti people. That's what they call them. I think that's what they call them. They call them Akan people also. When they speak the Chui language, now then they support the current president. Even the last election, now then decide them. They are that tribe. So I don't know one follow we look. We miss the we pull we hide and go on the ball. This democracy is the problem because these are nations they bring together. So today, if you say na Salone, anytime you put that box na Bombali district, the people that don't identify themselves say me na Limbaman, me na Timiman, I for vote for the APC. The same thing you go put that box there na both district. So we have to look at this thing squarely. No, we try find a solution out of this quagmire. Because if not to that, this problem is not going to go away. We will talk about them from January to December, from the Genesis to Revelation. This thing is not going to go away as long as people today have identified themselves with these things. Say it just get for worsen. If you then WhatsApp them today, group them, where the one where they support the government of the day. Believe you me, unless they kill 20 people from another ethnic group, they don't even sympathize with them. Let them kill them. Let them kill them. Like when Mr. Dimora talks, these are our own people. These are just different language when they talk. So based on these facts now, people are not talk different language, which is the reality. Why can't we find a way of coming out of this by restructuring the kind of democracy we practice? Because believe you me, if you try for separate this democracy, who would they talk to this so? Where the one they wouldn't deserve go hold their leaders accountable. You know, go big is do or die. Because that's not a do or die. Where you lost power, now Africa now the same also. Look at Kenya where they make so to that Raila person we don't talk to him pass be president before he die. 90 behind this protest.
I don't know if they agree me.
Mr. Musa, them protest there, Raila. because he say if will be president, and he say himself get
Mr. Musa,
him people them we na ethnic
you
tribes
dey
them
hear me?
we dey die for forever.
You, but let we wait till it done.
So so they like the time where they make election na Guinea, na the same. Conde, because the other tribes them gang up against the Fulani. Unfortunately, again, they say Fulani no for can't hold money in the pan business. He can't be president again. So all of these things, the way we see is centered around with democracy, who would they practice. So therefore, we for take the bull by its horn. When we address this democracy, what we inherit inside Europe today, the Finnish people them then get a country where they call Finland. They are practicing democracy. They get their differences, but as long as they are speaking the same language, they don't get them kind of hatred or them people they do for extinct them. They get their own. I just always they mention Bel Musa Komot. They just don't make election. Now the prime minister, nobody cares about taking that post because the man will win the largest seat there, his own agenda, and nobody know who will accept them. So get government maybe in the next 6 months or 1 year. But they rape and try to form the regional government. We na the so did it. So you
Okay.
see when you get peace. Anyway, I don't know if I don't go beyond the line, the time.
I know
Yeah.
Wale you go. I know Wale you go. Wale we get a short debate.
Okay, sir, no
You see,
problem.
Mr. Musa, the solutions are there. I know Wale we put this thing more on the languages. Let we put them on the recalcitrance of the African intellectuals and politicians. Let we take Sierra Leone as an example. Immediately after the war, there was a recommendation say, let we decentralize. What are the benefits of decentralization? You dey use decentralization for map out then linguistic or cultural differences here, bring same people together, give them semi-autonomy, let them able map out their own destiny by taking action on certain things. Let me say, for example, now we have district councils. If these district councils are empowered to map out what in they want do per year, say, okay, this year, now school we want build for we district, then get the money from the central government. The central government supervise the job, but the central government should not interfere with the contracting and the implementation. Then I think say we will begin minimize some of them problems here. Because every problem where they come out from governance, now an issue of access to the resources, access to the good of
Exactly.
the nation. You understand? There was this
Yes, sir.
recommendation, but they went on to pass a bill on decentralization. Oh, no, what insult. If you ask me, a country like Sierra Leone, before the British came, we had chiefdoms, or we have chiefs, not so. Right now, we
Yes.
get about 150 or 149 paramount chieftaincies. Them. Instead of we have district councils, let us have chiefdom councils, administration. Let people administer themselves by the district. If Mr. Musa born na Upper Bambara chiefdom, then get a chance for go work there as a public servant. They get the support where they need for build up the district. There is a moral and ethical commitment rather than you go take somebody from Cambia for can do the work now Upper Bambara. Some of them here are deliberate things, and we need to begin to say them publicly. People and they know
Yes.
the principles when they come for make the law and they pass the wrong law, so that a few people go there in control. It's all about control. The cabal wants to control everything. Now I make them know they actually make decentralization the work. But the
Yeah, give
decentralization
example, Mr.
is
Mr.
the
Jamboria.
solution.
We,
Yes, sir.
let's just give an example, Mr. Jamboria. What you have recently with me on experience. So like when they talk about chiefdom then so or village level, me brother and ex-wife, who say commot, na they me by myself commot. Or get root today. I don't know which I'm actually commot. So if they did the so now what did they do? They say then every year they do a development project. Now the village this year we pass so then contribute because I dey talk this for make what our brother been talk say let them contribute money. What I say if you do them by chiefdom level or by village level or by district level, we go work. Then people are this year we pass then contribute 44 million for go make a storage for their people in the village. Even me wouldn't tell me now I pull 50 pounds, now I send it. Not to that come out to now just because the people that want sabi for just support there send that money. So these people they are doing develop they don't dig well and there are a lot of things that we don't do at the village day where they all don't come out them born commodate now then they na McKinney, then they Fruiton, then they Waterloo, then they Bo, they are doing business. This is what they are doing for their own village. So imagine like how you dey talk and so like we all dey talk and so see if they decentralize this government for these resources because this most problem who they keep on a resources issue. The key example in the Belgium so the Flemish government then get a lot of money for spend past the central government. So who will care about the central government? They don't kill person for that. So now I just want to get that example is Allah not take too much time.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr.
No,
Mustafa. We get
no
another
problem.
call.
No
Yeah,
problem.
let we get another caller. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting on your name and who said it away from, please.
My name is Alpha Sise. I call from Alaska.
Hello, brother Alpha. Thank you so much for we call. And waiting on your contribution on the program tonight, sir. Go ahead, please.
My contribution today, now for just add what you don't say already, Mr. Jamburia, the history and stuff like that about how we all Sierra Leoneans in that country, we all are the same. Me daddy, me grandpa come on a Guinea, then me the cow them, and then Timney area, then Sanda area. Now they then come it up, me mama now turn with them called Rosanna. So, them born with papa them. And me mama back, same thing. Me grandpa come on a Guinea, now be Madingo. Then come, small town with them called Kagbere na the north. Meet up a local woman, they married, them born me. So, me na the papa side, me na Fula Timney, na the mami side, Madingo local. But na the east, them born me. So we papa them, then grow up na the north. But then tell them that they didn't grow up. Who side them be they go spend money, way peaceful and quiet. Now southeast them be they go. Some people them be they go Kono, some people them they go then Kedema, Bo, Talon, then other Panguma, the other side and they Tongo and stuff like that. Now they we Chimney Fula, Maningo, Fula people them be they go. And then be peaceful. The many people that wouldn't be there, they then turn and they say, I think during the 60s, I not be born yet, but during the 60s, 70s, 80s, now they will people that be they go. Now I make, if you find out, Mr. Cabo, most of the people them where they come out there northwest. If you check, most of them are southeast them born them. We all are southeast them born we. Now I make 99% of the time, even you go to the north, no tribalism not in the north. Now the north, I not say about APC, SLPPO, this na me party, this na but we come at tribal. Now the north, tribal is not there at all. Because most of us na southeast them born we. And we know how the Mende people them be the treat we that did them very well. They not being tribal, all that they give them land and stuff like that. This is a fact. Even during the war, I've been there at the north. I don't know side the rebel and then we go scatter them somewhere around then Kalangba area, past McKinney for go like Kamakwe around that area. Then scatter some rebel them somewhere. So some rebel then escape. Then come boss na the tow side maybe they na Benembu. We na Locoton, but a lot of Timney people then did it. So we then guy come now and then capture them. About 6 or 7 now Mende guy then too from Kailang area. Mende bobo them. And take the gun at the hand. So Ekomok them be the can that day na that time. So the civilian they now them be they we uncool them now other people that way them be they na southeast when they them be defend money. People then they talk say, let them hand over give the rebel then to the Ekomok them. Na me mama, because na Mende line na they me mama born we all. Na me mama tawa say nothing. He say na picking them. Let them no hand over to Ekomok, because if they hand over them to Ekomok, then will kill them. Now they say, okay, well, mama, Uda now go lodge them boboya. And they bobo them, 6 of them. Now me mama say, me they take them with me picking them. Right now the mommy take them 6 men they bobo them they bra. With the farm how they hide, because then they will not they stay in the village, because rebel and can come one time for attack. So na bush you can day most of the time. But then guide and they with you and they go, nobody not touch them. Because the mama say, in the talk party, they say, Anye, I'm from nga kolo, you know, they come and fet game bed, they come nga do many. Then Tawa, you know, then Tawa, they not make let them kill. And some of them, but they settle na the north, then bon picking them. So now the north, your law, no tribalists, no they at all. And then also, I want to touch small about the history of I want to let Mr. Jamboria do another research outside Africa. I go na Colombia and Brazil and Cuba 3 years ago. Colombia, I go na Colombia, I go na a small town we call Palenque. Wa go na Palenque. Then get name we call Jalo there. Then get Bio, na that village there. Palenque, inside South America, check them. San Basilio de Palenque. Yeah. And then they call them Sambor, like that Roman Sambor. Then get in fact, the king will be the rule in that place. They say na Africa. You know, now they come out, they don't know exactly which country, but when we go there, I know say they were na Salone people them. The chief in name na been Bio, Pincos Bio, inside Colombia, South America. And then the name where they name the tongue na Palenque. And how then they say, hello, how are you, Mr. Cabo? The Consata, Bo Consata. This is how then they say hi. Now the language, they call them Palenquero language, inside Colombia. So we all are the same. And also, if the people that don't watch the movie, like Amistad, now 2 people them, where they make this slave movement in America, always slave them free. Solomon Vandi and Abbas. If you watch that movie between Solomon Vandi, when are the Mendeman, and Abbas, when are the Tibiniman, they all 2 been a walk hand in hand. Solomon Vandi in a man will be strong and tall and intelligent. Abbas, he not being intelligent, but he get the mind for work with Solomon Vandi. When they travel on that boat, Mr. Cabo, for Canada, America, yeah. When Solomon Vandi they sleep, Abbas, when are the team man, he they watch over Solomon Vandi, let nobody not do nothing. When somebody want touch about Abbas, Solomon Vandi they watch over Abbas, let nobody not do nothing. Now them begin the civil war in this country. Salomon, Mendeman and Timniman, now them fight for the freedom of slave in this country. This is not true story. So I don't know why people in the fight now over there, Mende against him and all that stuff. You know, so me I rest my case.
We will go school, sir. We will go school and university now. We don't greedy and stupid.
Thank you very much for that. We give you extra time because you make a point. So, Mr. Jamboria, now you get the map for the show, but then we brother just mentioned so. Again, I will just give a brief story. It look like say this program they discover me.
Well, me not tell you me on it. So go ahead.
Yeah, and I just O level, and my daddy na be senior custom officer. So him and I think I be then 3 in one of the leader them we they be cover na Zimi Bagboy. Where I go holiday, Mr. Jamboria, till now that impression they left by me in terms of how nice them people and they be, how friendly they be.
Yeah.
You know, I even get a friend, I be make a friend the way till now. His name escaped me, but I'm able to reach out to him because of the name, because I don't tell in a long time. But till now, I remember how kind he be. And interestingly, though, people in way know that area they the Mende people them, we for the most part, because now the South, one place be there where me daddy and in colleagues then they're not be even aware. Say traders then they smuggle things them come and escape customs through that place they call it Dasalam. Now something like river, and a small river where you cable get small boats. Some people away sabi swim, they cable swim across between Liberia and Salone. Dasalam. So that's imagine me daddy not team ni man lost put on so. And then at that time in colleague, one be the way I think that be Madingo and the other one are Limba. So they not think about the leaders them, say the head of them customs, na Zimi, na northerners them. They're able for go tell them and say the government they lost money because traders then they come with them goods them they balance custom through that place they where na Dar Salam small place. So me daddy then go there and then go realize that then put checkpoints there. So automatically then begin raise money for the government. So I just want for explain how if we work together it'll be of benefit to the country. Because to me, that impression, they, of course, the Zimi now, because they're not be they come again through the Mano River and stuff. Now through that Salam, the trader they pass now. So Zimi be almost dry. So most of the time where I spend day during the holiday, where we go holiday, now that Salam will spend now. So now I want to know that they come Zimi. Even though Zimi, now they the kind of headquartered, I mean the fine place they and stuff, but the Dar Salam, a small village, so I be still enjoy there, and in fact they be so pamper me that the villagers them then go they cook and say oh pakagbo in bobo and that kind of way that's how they treat me, and so now that kind memories there I want for we don't see the better part of Sierra Leone and how people from different tribes they come together. So again, this now wake up call for let we not set mot. We don't need for preach hate or try for fuel violence, but it nice for let we they make people aware. Say we go benefit if we continue for come together. Because there is a huge advantage if we use that diversity as a strength instead of for use them as weakness and tear ourselves apart. So I just want to share that particular story there as to how much I respect them people in the way I be meet at that time. And this not for generalize, say every Mende person good, but again, not for generalize, say every Timmy man bad, but not just for emphasize no more how much you get better people na every time, or good people na every time. So again, if I can pause you, I don't know if we'll get about 2 calls there. I don't know if we can take them.
Okay.
Yeah. So let we take them and then. All right, VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah, I mean a concerned citizen.
Hello, concerned citizen. Thank you so much for we call and waiting on you take on the program tonight, sir.
Well, me check just like the last caller which he say, I just realized that because me the United States here then I work with some Honduras guy them, so I can usually say catracho. I don't even know what he mean, but now Honduras word. So then try for remind me like whose part are they now? Whose part are common on Honduras? Because I believe say Honduras have Africans and did it. Of course, Brazil. That they not sure. So like where the caller been the same Mr. Jamboria for go as far the South America, Central America, all the area then the African they did it. Then they wait, then don't set to live from the slave trade. It's to me surprised where they say, me, Catracho, they say, whose party come out? Then they tell me, say, well, one party they way, now black day. So. But me no know, but me just they claim that. So I believe, say, this South America, Central America, every side, African and they come to the name Guinea, Liberia, Salone, Africa, whatever. That's like where they say, when the return slaves, the port the way they drop them, now there you belong. So some of we don't know, we not Creole, we meet we parent now as Creole. Although me na half Limba, my mama na Limba, my papa na Creole. But I don't know me papa side or my grandpa side, the Creole side and come out. Because most of the Nigerian they see me, them fish me na Nigeria. We Ghanaian they see me, them fish me na Ghanaian. So where would they talk about all tribe and surname or whatever? We sometimes what they claim na Salone saying na they will pay and come out, sometimes not to themselves. Like the Timnio they talk so Timnio originally, I believe say me not to history person, but I believe say not to Salone Timni the come out. Na resettle and carry resettle. Then a traveler. And then when they talk about this democracy, the word fine for use and democracy. But me, I don't know if it passed 2 or 3 countries where democracy don't exist well. And then, when they talk about divide and conquer, it starts from democracy, because democracy is more of politics. The politician and then can't be open with eye for say, you not north, you come, you not south, you not central, you not this. It not be ever there. But because now so then go take for gonna power, if they not divide, they not go conquer. So now the same like democracy, say divide and conquer. Now them bring all the issue then they. Because intermarriage don't they take place. Even full away be so strong way they not they married to other native people them. They be no that bridge, that barrier, they be no bridge. Long ago.
We
so they
break 'em.
surprised.
We
Now
need
politics they caused all this. Nothing not differentiate that. And me waiting me they say again, I know say Mr. Hablu, you go bounce on this democracy because the word fine, you study and good. But me don't know if that's 3 countries where they exist. Well, now divide and conquer. Even America where they are so. Not to democracy country, but when democracy come, 1871, now divide and conquer they pan so right now, but the strategy don't they fail. Now divide and conquer. Now you know they change that. Now part of politics. So let me stop here for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Jambo, yeah, look like say even though they pay you, VOS, of course, VOS not gonna pay you, but look like they want for expand mandate.
Yeah.
So now,
I go there. I know a little bit about Central and South America. One thing I know, the transatlantic slave trade being get a pattern, being get a system. People mostly in Southern America on the East Coast, they were taken from Central Africa, Angola, them place then they. People in North and South America onto the Caribbean, they were taken mostly from Sierra Leone, Ghana, Benin, them place then they. As a matter of fact, if they do a DNA test of the people in Cuba, I am very sure most of them will fall under the Sierra Leonean, Timni, Loco, and Limba group. Then, when you go the southern part of the United States, the Carolinas, Louisiana, them place then they, most of the people that can't go there, now from the Shabro Island area. They are mostly Mende speaking. And then they call Gula. There is a pattern. They have the records. One thing I would want to assure people, the white man not they do guesswork in anything. It's part of their culture. Anything that they do, then they keep the records. The records are there. I don't access 2-3 of the slave database them because then thing and this you get for pay. The records are there. The ship will take the people them, the number of people, the port where the ship come off from, the port where the ship go, all the records they day. So they know exactly what is what. Now we, the bank we in Sierra Leone, because we not get the culture of research and record keeping. But those records are there. They're there. And now that record sending some of the access. Of course, later on, if God give me the strength, I plan for do a tour of West Africa, first of all, do maybe 6 months, 1 year, 2 year research for see the connection between the various groups in West Africa, and possibly it may take me to other parts of Africa and South America and Central America, because there are links that we need to establish. When we establish then links here, it help we for understand who that will be, and it will bring more peace in our country. I don't know if we'll get any other caller, but I will go to the second part of the
Yeah,
historical
yeah,
look.
we don't lost the call, so you can go ahead, please.
Okay, okay.
And if it time
Now,
permit, if it time permit, another thing we this Namium personal ask, because it look like say people they misunderstand the whole democracy as just a white man concept. I be want if it can be another program, but let we make people understand. Say we people before even the white man then
even
come
get
now.
we own form of democracy.
Exactly. Because democracy simply means that consensus. You ask other people their opinion for let them give waiting at the opinion. They say be part of the ruling clan. That's it. And now that's make according to the American president, the way we define democracy. Now exactly that. Where is say now a government again, I can always mix up the way the sequence, but government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, so the
What in
people.
this means simply, Mr. Kago,
Mm,
government of the people is everybody is a participant.
exactly.
Government for the people,
Well, the
it is
by the
responsive to the needs of the people because the people participate in the governance.
yes, they represent the
Government
interest.
told the people means say whoever them put say drive the affairs of state, you therefore do with regards to what in the people they want, not to what in your own need. That's what
E- e-
democracy is about.
exactly.
Democracy is not about elections. So democracy is different from elections.
Well, election are just a pillar of democracy, but not to in
Yes,
totality.
elections
But
now
in
because everybody no go for go do the same job. They say, "Oh, now we appoint somebody where they go do this work for we."
as- yes,
But
yes,
because they
e-
want to give everybody in choice and say, okay, now make an open, let people then vote according to their choice.
exactly. And
It's a way of appointing somebody to go and do something for the people.
that
But the power
component,
belongs to the people.
they satisfy the by the people. Say government by the people, meaning that now through the people them you they come into governance. So now people them they
Exactly.
elect you. Now that it mean
Then
by
they mandate you.
exactly. So
And they give
that
you the legitimacy.
that's good. So that's the way would they say, oh, democracy, like how we brothers say, now you know the problem and stuff. No, the
It's not.
concept itself, we don't they exist before the wait man then come. Again, look, where of course, again, like I say, I do history take from 6, where they want to do certain things, then get chiefs them. Let's say if you get the overall, the paramount chief, where paramount mean the overall boss. But it get other people and either they call them elders, they get different names for them. Where they say na council. They all they engage. So it they listen to every member of that council day. And if the majority in that council day not agree with particular decision where it want take, then they use up, they overthrow them. So it not go get
Now
blow.
you don't go to the headquarters Now we come
Yeah,
down to the community level. I grew up in a rural community, Songo. We been get the paramount chief there for Koya chiefdom. By then it was Kumpayek II. One thing that was common in Songo, even though the paramount chief been there was a town chief and a chairman of the court. Certain decisions then they take, the town chief, they call meeting of the people. Now they them get this thing where then they knock that drum, what then they call tambale. Then they knock them. Boom, boom, boom. Then get the number of times so then they knock them. Where people let know say now meeting then they call. There were other times so then they knock them, people let know say now prayer then they call. People then they go gather at the court barrier, then listen to what in the town chief get for say. Then when you don't talk done, it give the people in time for ask questions. That was democracy.
exactly, exactly.
It was democracy. I saw it with my two eyes as a small boy. So they always say, we wanted to become Europeans and we don't understand how becoming a European is. Then we left what is us. Now we are confused people. So instead of we do thing right, we they try for do right but doing it wrongly. This is our biggest problem now. And that's why I can always pin and say the intellectual class get for wake up and get for smell the coffee and wake up. Intellectual class in Sierra Leone. They are not helping the country. It's a moral obligation for make we come together and do it right. Let the people know say we all know Wan Fambul. Now we left them pettiness. As a matter of fact, if we come together, we decentralize, we empower the people them. We go build so much wealth in our different chiefdoms that there will be more billionaires in Sierra Leone in the coming decades. Nobody now get business for go and politics for go Congo say and lie. Because that's what they do now.
Absolutely. And before we take the next call, I just want for emphasize just for strengthening the point where you make that decentralization, if they really go back to it, like this whole situation of feed Salone, and we hope to the west for can feed we, guess what? It go attract
We don't need it, Mr. Cabo.
yes, it go
Mr.
attract
Cabo,
young
let me
people
make
them.
it clear now to Sierra Leoneans. I want to let you hold that point, sir.
Yes, sir.
We got
Well,
about 1 million and more Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora. I believe say each of who are there in the diaspora, we can afford $10 per month. If we decentralize Sierra Leone, we say all man, okay, let all man they send $10, they buy bond from in chiefdom. We do them as an investment. That money will go to develop those chiefdoms.
yes.
But we need to build certain social infrastructure before we go able to do anything in there. And the social infrastructure we will need for building a trust. There will be no trust if we continue for the preach hate and divide. But if we preach peace, we preach say we all know one brother. If Mr. Cabo want for send money to him brother them, he go do am with happiness. If me want for send money to me family them, I go do it with happiness. But if we dey preach hate, the hate not dey only affect we across linguistic lines, it dey even affect the behavior between we and the diaspora and the people back home. Because wherever there is hate, there is mistrust. So we have to stop this. It's the highest level of pettiness we are engaging. Look at the glad about MCC 400 million. If you have 1 million Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora, everybody agrees say they give $50 per month. Now how much than not to $50 million will they get per month?
Yeah.
Per annum not to $600 million. Do we need MCC? What is wrong with us? Are we thinking?
We sort of they open a can of worms now, yeah.
I'm open worms. I'm doing it willfully.
Let me take this caller and then we will move on because yeah, then sequence then they and the previous caller make a very good point where it talk about the way how people will be motivated for send money through if we decentralize. But let me give chance to this caller and we'll come right back. VOS Network, hello caller, what's your name and who side they call we from, please?
Yes, now me again for the Mustafa. I just want through something because I read our brother we talk about South Central America people the way they did. I don't know if una be know Amadou Masale where we go discover I think na Trinidad where him
Yes,
go
he
there
is
as
my cousin.
tourist or something. He go ahead and sing Poro Timni Poro Day at something like that. Then it celebrate like the Poro society now the north of Sierra Leone. He
Yeah,
been there for
and
documentary thing day. I don't know.
yeah, to your point, sorry for the interruption. To your point, one area be there where it go realize say they name the street Sierra Leone. So
Yes,
it be
yes.
yeah,
No,
it be,
me that one the nothing I mean the way the people they sing then they talk to me in a different way, then they sing. I mean the thing don't change now to another dialect. But in they understand what they talk about. See, this na the language this way, we shall come out. Then they talk and they if you get for take that idea they you can't go now to an escuroma by then. I don't know what them be do because we not much care about heritage. I don't know what an escuroma be do so far about that thing. I just want to make tell Mr. Jamboria see this what you brother talks to the idea back see there's a lot of Sierra Leonean, I mean, roots people, them, where they around the central and who then go abandon and they after that slavery. Amadou Masale been go discover them, then they sing and then they do poro, chimney poro issues. It be meet and they be snap, it be make that video they say, I know, I try for look for them right now, so but I not get time because time don't it already. I just want to read and they make Mr. Jambodia may think about them again. And that's my word.
Aware of that. Aware of that. I know what Amadou in project.
yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
we don't
Amadou is a cousin.
yeah, we don't wear kind of viewers. I think about 2 or 3 times we don't
Yeah.
talk about that because we did try
He has
for
done a lot of research anyway, get a lot of materials.
yeah, and me to actively to engage, but we'll try for maybe spend time for Brian come back and maybe
Like hello, kid now.
Brian as a guest to this particular show. We will try for arrange that. But thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mr. Mustafa. When you
Fine, thank
remind
you.
yes, thank you.
Uh,
God bless. So, Mr. Jamboya, I know say yes, we don't do over an hour, but however, take me through the rest of the program because, again, you
Yes,
don't get
let we briefly go to the second part of the program.
okay.
It is when we people that don't come on at the north, what thing happen? When the first batch we can they don't settle, then another batch came. That was about the time where they get the formation of the Mali Empire. Sunjata Keita, the Mao was a cripple, started the Mali Empire. But he been get a strong general, whether they call Tiramakan Traore. Tiramakan, now I mean come towards the west with a number of people them, where he been try to expand the Mali Empire. When he reached the forested region, he could not penetrate the forest, so he decided to go north. But going north, he been left some of the people them, Grenada, Guinea, Salone, and Liberia axis around that area where you get the Kisi and the other tribes. Then he went north, but he never came back. He was able to bring the Mali Empire to the Atlantic coast around the Senegambia region, but he never came back. The people he left around there, some of them today are the people we call the Kono. He told them to wait for him, he's coming back. So that's how they took that name, Kono, Makono. But they are typical Malinke people. And the Traore name Today, it don't transform into different names. As a matter of fact, that Iramakan, now the great grandpa of Samori Toure. He is also the great grandfather of Ahmed Sekou Toure, the first president of Guinea. The Tarawalis we have in Sierra Leone, now in relatives them, because Tarawalis are Traorés. They are Tourés also. If you are in the call person Touré, na Traoré. This man left them people here, he go. In Oka again. Then people are settled. They are part of Sierra Leone today. They are found mostly in the eastern part of Sierra Leone, in the northern part towards that Koinadugu region. They mix with the Jalonka, who came at a later date from the Futa Jalong. Then we go south towards the boundary of Liberia. You defend and they mix with the Vai and the Galines. That was the second batch of people who came. Until later, around the 17th century, you get the last batch we come, where now they can settle now the south and the east. This is what is written about in the history and say Mani invasion. But when these people came, they met other people there. And the most prominent group in that part of Sierra Leone was the Bandi, the Vai, and the Galines. The bandits, them, of course, they be done they move come towards the north, they be done they intermingle with the Limbas and other people. One of the bandits, them, when they Mambo, I go from the town where they call today Kamakuye. He was a warrior, he was a Bandi warrior. And of course, he was the one who brought the bandits to the north, then spread as far as the western area. Close to the western area, in that place called Songo, they had a Bandi king whose name was Songo Loko. This man, when the white man came, they asked him a name, he showed them. The people who they speak in language, they say the people of Loko. Now I make they call them Loko, but the Loko na Bandi. That's the real name. And the Bandi and what you call Mende today, now very close languages. They are like dialects of each other. Because the original language we call Mende never existed before the last batch of Malinke people then come, where they mixed with the Bandi, Vai, and Galines. Now they the language we call Mende emerge. I think you get the maps and I for put a let people and see them. You say, oh, we are the heads of state on that. Yes, this is the map. The second set of people who came with Tiramakan, now ended with blue. The last batch of people who come, now get the red arrow. They settled with the guy, the the Galines, the crew, and the Bandi. Now we get the language of Mendewe Image, we spread between Sierra Leone and Liberia. The second batch we come, they were the people who settled in that area, what they call Wasulu. Wasulu is between Forest Guinea, Eastern Sierra Leone, and Northern Liberia. This was where Samori Toure controlled. And Samori Toure been one for make he get alliance with the British, but the British refused because they did not want to break international protocol. After the Berlin Conference, we don't divide Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. And not be one broke that protocol because Samori they can't do business in Salone. As a matter of fact, Samori was the one who founded the northern town of Karina. Now I make in Karina, I defend Madingos then the sheriff, the Tourés, etc., etc. Now this Samori be they come. If they can't do business, he trade, he buy weapons, he go. He wanted to be under the British, but the British refused. These are things we need to know. They will go know how we relate to Sierra Leone. Because today, You get people in the east where they call themselves sheriff. You get people in the north where they call them self-sheriff. You get people in Gambia where they call themselves sheriff. How are these people connected? They are connected through the Wasulu kingdom where Samori been formed, when they come for do business with the western area, but he founded the town of Karina in the northern province. So if you sheriff na Kailaun or Kenema, they look you brother on a sheriff from Karina, say na the enemy, go and do a DNA test. Go and do a DNA test. Just like after all these people came, the last kingdom we come around the 17th century from the last people that we can the Konyaka, when are the Kamara clan from Diomande, they established one of the largest kingdoms we exist in the later days. It started from Farana in Guinea right down to Cape Mount in Sierra Leone. That kingdom is what was called the Koya Kingdom. And it is recognized in every historical narrative that that kingdom was controlled mainly by people speaking a language called Timini. So what they prove is if Liberians can accept that Koya was a Timni kingdom, then you therefore begin to understand, say, the coastal area of Sierra Leone from Conakry down to Cape Mount, you can get people and they speak Timini. You can get people and also they speak Soso. You can get people and they speak Baga. Then you can get people and they speak the language what they call Bolum, what they call the Shabro. These are the people who occupied that coastal region, but they were governed by a Timni rulership up to Cape Mount. In fact, there is a narrative that the headquarters of Koya Kingdom was in Cape Mount. That's why when you go to places like Bont District today, then still they use a Timni title for the chief them by. One of the greatest chiefs of Bont District, who been there York Island, where them they call Bana Louis because he was a poor man. In Papa, when I be a king and a slave dealer, his title was by Kong Kurba Louis. Kurba is a Timni word. It means a soldier. Kurba. And it's unfortunate. You get a head of state where he get a family name, will get a Timni word banam. But he not realize that. The word Woni bio, Woni is a Timni word. And Woni, it has been a long time. And the Shabgos or the Bolom, what they talk about, they are not only in Bont district. Maybe over time, that language has been absorbed by other languages. But up to Cambia and up to Farana and Guinea, you can get Shabros. You get Bolom them. That area na Lunge then they call Kafu Bulom. Na Bolom them been dede. It's a matter of fact, because the Bolom and the Timni been they use the same title with the Suso them. Now I make when you go Cambia up to Kafu Bulom, the chiefs then they carry the title by Shebora. By Shebora. When you go a little south, they not they use the word Shebora. Then they use the word Kong. And that southern part from Moyamba down to Bont up to Cape Mount. Now, one of the three branches of the Timnis been they live there. You get three branches or three dialects of the Timni. You get the Konike Timni, when are then at the middle of Sierra Leone. Tonkolili come to Bombali. and maybe parts of Potloko. Then you get the other one, they will have in the coastal Timni, when then they refer to as the Koya Timni. Mostly Potloko and part of Moyamba. Then from Moyamba downwards, you will get the Banta Timni. That's why Moyamba district get chiefdom them, what then they call Banta. You get upper Banta, you get lower Banta chiefdom. And in Moyamba and Bond district, you get towns them who get Timni names. You get people in the when a Kamara, when a Conte, when a Bangura. These are facts we have to find out. In Bond district, you have people also who go by so names. But the fact is, most of them have lost the surname. They are using the so name as a first name. And as a surname, I mean the first name as a surname. They call themselves Bengali, Lahai. These are so origin people. Lahai is a first name in Soso. Bengali is a first name in Soso. Moriba is a first name in Soso. For us to get out of this confusion, we need to find out who that will be. We need to find out. I see
Absolutely.
the
And
thing on the WAM now, but the Mende and Chimney and Limba.
yes, yes, I sort
That's
of
all
they feel
political lies, ladies and
yes,
gentlemen.
yes, I
Shaka
sort of they
Stevens
feel,
was a Mende born of a Wanjama mother, Miata Masakoi.
yes,
The
and
Stevens family of Mamba are Mende's Banta Timini.
but what about Indadi though? Indadi from my own little history now from now Limba from Cambia district.
That is what we were told, sir. Let
Okay.
sleeping dogs lie.
Well, again, I just the
I
argument. The
know
argument.
The Stevens and the Goba family in Amoyamba district, they are all relatives. Let sleeping dogs lie. You
Okay.
see,
The
certain
the
things
point
and they can best solve them by forgetting about them.
well, the point I want to make though, the small argument where they go now the thread. So
Mm.
somebody first say no Timney or Mende no ever be president. So now in the other person say let us sort of they display them because again now some of them things here they pull we back.
We
They
want
are
to know the truth about the leadership in Sierra Leone.
well again then there can be another segment if we not get them because it's nice for
Yes,
let people know let them know the
yes, we
history.
will do that as a segment.
Yes,
We
let
will
it be
do that
another.
as a segment and we will do a comparative view of leadership from Senegal right down to La Côte d'Ivoire. Let's say Leonians then see say we country that greed they mislead we. Sierra Leone has had the greatest number of leaders since 1960. All the countries in the Upper Guinea Coast.
Yeah, let we use that as a separate
We will use them
segment.
as another segment.
Exactly, because that is in a part of history, the leadership in that country. They because again, this argument they go through and say, oh, the country never get Mende man or Timni man, but this person will say that, and then a post back saying Sheki was from a Mende woman and a Limba father. So if you look at Mifambulem, DNA between parent, the mama and the papa, now 50-50. So you say in mama na Mende, but then you say, oh, Salone ever get Mende leader. So you see waiting they mix up we?
Even with citizenship law now say now by maternal heritage. So Stevens was a Mende if we go by the citizenship law.
Yeah. So you see
Now
waiting they mix
Milton
up.
was considered a Mende. Albert Magai was a Mende.
But I mean,
The only
then
leaders the world don't get from the north, we get a non-Mende origin. Now JS Momo with Ernest Bai Kuroma.
well, again, uh, uh, um, people them they kind of mix up. Some people them they say an Escoromana Timney, some they say na Limba. But again, let we not push the program as
We
to
will do a segment on that. We will do a
yeah.
segment on that. I have all the information, Mr. Kabo.
Okay, because for whatever reason, then two tribes here to me not make much sense at all. And before we get a caller on the line, but before we go to that caller day, I just want to quickly say this about the Western democracy. If you go back and watch the research, that person, the president in America, we coin that message. They we define democracy as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That particular president day, it make that statement they for unite Americans them against that America war. So why we not go look from that context today and say we say self for look at Salone, say Salone now government of all Sierra Leoneans. This current
It doesn't
administration.
matter whether the person are Mende or Timni. The
Exactly.
attitude should be Sierra Leone.
Yes, exactly. So why we say if the person we coin that so-called Western democracy, democratic definition and they or the definition of democracy, why we not go copy that good example there for ask we self
Yes,
the reason behind that statement they will make because if they get a speech and that speech then will be famous speech. And again, as we they do, people in need for understand this very clearly. That particular president day, a mantra, one of the mantra, now he opposed the expansion of slavery. That's the Abraham Lincoln, even though not Republican, but he opposed the expansion of slavery. So if we put all that together, but now with a bash say, oh, now Western democracy need they work. So you see the politicians then they come back for confuse we where the
that's how
concept
they
is
make
very
profit,
simple.
sir. That's how they make
Yeah,
profit, keeping the people confused
exactly.
and
So
preaching
we
hate and divide.
yeah, and we
And
the
what in the
educated
people they
one.
don't know, Mr. Kabo, them politicians say how they can't teach the all them hate and divide there. They tell them say APC na team ni party, SLPP na Mende party. They are in
Exact.
all these political parties. It's a cabal.
Yes, yes,
It's a cabal. We
yes,
have to begin to tell our people that.
exactly.
It's a cabal.
And again, to that point there though, when you look the term where Salone, Sheki, of course now somebody where I know that get respect for where he transformed Sierra Leone to one party system, like how that we brothers say, we get any mandate team they kind of fighting. So all you need for B is
Some of the
APC.
people who held ministerial position under Shaka Stevens from 1975 down to the time he left in 85, these are the big ones in the SLPP party.
Now that point there I want for make saying the people from the southeast, they all
Cabal.
be actively involved in the APC ruin under Sheki, the ruin of the country. But yet people are not for all them people are accountable. Instead, they push and say, oh, APC na from na northern party, SLBP na southeastern party. That's able me people them they are big, like how Mr.
Now,
Jamboria
so then
said.
they take confuse the people, them,
Yeah,
Mr. Kago. Now, so then they take confuse them.
yeah, let we not allow them lazy politicians here because Obama wants to come the time where he be gonna where he give that speech na Kenya. He said plenty of the leaders, then particularly the one in Africa, because they not get sober policy or way for improve the life. I dey paraphrase now, improve the life of the country. That's make that they preach this divide. That they hang on to
Yes.
tribalism and all the negative things the way they divide the people them. Because they not get sober policy. They not get sober thing for deliver to the people them. So we need for all them people are accountable. Let we stop for allow them for confuse we. Because we they allow them for confuse we. Just for let them continue for they push the country in the wrong direction. So Mr. Jamboria, we get one call and let we take this call and then
Also, take the call.
yeah, we continue. VOS Network. Hello caller. What's in your name and you say they call we from, please?
Hello, good afternoon. This now Larry TV.
Yes, please. You background.
This now Cultur for a regular caller at this program.
Thank you so much, brother Kaisia. For I hope I pronounce your name correctly. And what's in
Correct, yeah. It's very
okay.
the name is called TR TAR and the number 4.
Okay. So
All right.
what's
I'm glad
take
for this topic.
when I take go ahead, brother. Please.
The topic very nice. Like Salone, Wan Fambul are true. If you check the history, that's not true that way. But we have to be very practical and honest with yourself. Even before colonization, the tribes themselves don't divide themselves. I think in a Kono, we don't get different Kono branch. But even Mr. Jallo talk and give no way to talk about the team again, right? He said I think they get 3 branches. So then division, the natural division, the Limba separated somebody say, Omina Safroko Limba, Omina Bira Limba, you understand? Mina Koneke Mende, Mina Ba Mende, you understand? Then division of Nondi. Then we politicians in Canada, then just come because they want for dinner power, then just make the separation, the division is so stark. You understand? And look, come to this, we partially make the country one party. Southeastern and they would participate. But if we want to be very honest, it was the APC party secretariat where they run the party, the government. Look, if you mean check the first 3 or 4 powerful people in the country by then, Pasheki, Sori Ibrahim Kuruma, and E.T. Kamara, I think he was the secretary of APC for the longest time. Waiting the one in the talk, you later in a minister of finance. I understand. You understand? But it is true, we are all interrelated. Maybe there so I get Kono, but I get Timini Grandpikin, I get Limba brother-in-law, Limba niece, Creole niece, nephew. I get people from everywhere because me relatives and married now almost every tribe in Nigeria. You understand? But politics and politicians and non-foiler country. And small history. Magai them. Me the history and tell we na Kono. They say them Magai them. They call them Manga. Then great grandpa migrate from Kono. He go set to Namoyamba way back. Whether the British man not spell the name Manga, then change it to Magai. Now many people in the same man they don't ever be president of Sierra Leone because the Magai is an original Manga them from Kono. You understand? But politics really don't play a lot of role, whether on the SLPP side or the APC side, for bringing division and for making division and stack. The reason why you see so like the tribal war in the Ukraine, like I say, Mina, I get Timini Grandpikin, I get Limba niece, I get Creole niece. So it will be very difficult for tribal war for being in other countries or religious, because we all interrelated. Me, I go school with Lebanese, I go school with Limba, I go school with Timini. Not to even Kwaidutong. Now, village school me go na Gandong, UMC Gandong. Everybody did it. And I say, Bremden, Lebanese and down. We get by Bundurem from Port Loko or some. We get Brema Magbontong, Atina song na the Limbaland. Now, we all come up. That's what that country we don't do. But we see politicians and come because they want power. They go use tribe, they go use region. That is not just unique to one political party. Now both of them are still in the do. When the Mende posse one power, you go say women are Mende brother. If I thief self, me na on Mende thief. You understand? So now thank you for the program. This is a very educative program today.
And thank you too for way you help we for understand better as well. So again, somebody be there, another person be there on the line, but it don't hang up. So, Mr. Jamboria, you want comment on? I know say we don't say it will be a different segment about the leaders, yeah. But it look like say people
Now
they want
let
for
we keep on for that segment
yeah,
today.
yes, yes. So go
Because
ahead.
one thing I want we point out in that segment, there is always this cry within certain classes of people in Sierra Leone. We lack leadership. We don't lack leadership. We lack attitude. We lack attitude. Let's say it. And the people that will lack the correct attitudes mainly are the intellectuals. Now then they preach divide. Now then they preach hate. Now then they preach everything. Sierra Leone, amongst the countries in the upper Guinea coast from Senegal to La Côte d'Ivoire. Now we don't get more than 12 heads of state since 1960. All the other countries then get less than 10. All. That tells us something. That we are a bundle of greedy people. We're not united. What they talk so what thing happen? Every Jack and Tom one for be head of state in a salon. Everybody feels they qualify for be head of state. Yes, everybody qualify, but we all cannot be head of state. If one person say he want be head of state, let we put all we energies behind that person, we control them and make sure say he not deviate from the national cause. Then we would have a country that is developing. But when we allow division for coming, we get what you get to. We not lack leadership, we lack attitudes, and especially us who are educated. We're so greedy and we get a tunnel mentality that we not see the bigger picture. We always want for put to ego before. I did this, I did that. Nobody is doing anything. Because if we were doing anything right, Sierra Leone will not be in the state that it is today. Honestly. Let we keep on for the next segment, Mr. Cabo. Because if we take her now, we dey deviate from this whole thing we don't start through. And another deviation. Now, while they go for Dande, now look am from all angles critically. We do comparisons with Guinea Conakry, with Liberia, with La Côte d'Ivoire, because even this one party state where people then emphasize. La Côte d'Ivoire had one party in 1960. The one party state ended in 1993. We had one party state from 1978 to 1992. Why did La Côte d'Ivoire not go backward because of one party state? This OAU where people like it emphasize. Which countries in West Africa don't host OAU? Guinea no more no host them because the year of them for host 1985, na Ahmed Sekou Touré die. So they moved the OAU go Mauritania. You understand? But all them countries and why the economy not go backward? We have to begin to make the people of Sierra Leone aware that there is a cabal misdirecting the destiny of that country. And some of us know them. They know we know them. Then they send message to keep quiet now. I say no. The last time I go for bury me brother, they want tell me say outside this so they will not care. I say what you do? We not want you now. I say me own country again. He say yes. You under fine for you. I say but to God if I ready for car and not get not you na they do me. It's a cabal that is misdirecting us. We'll keep on for another program. So I take the call if you take call.
Yeah, the color don't hang up. So now waiting we need for do is and also we don't talk about a lot of things then, but specifically how we interconnected, and which is great because plenty of we able get the opportunity for explain with history and stuff. And for me, I very much recognize that. So we don't pass the 2 hour mark. I want for like, I don't know if you get any other things then where you feel say we need for cover in this segment, or we can push on for next segment.
We can push on for next segment. I think we don't do the basic things then today.
We don't set
At
the
least it
platform.
is clear now that we had 3 major migrations. We form what you call the Mano River Union today. And that the people in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, They're all now almost the same people speaking different languages today. That one I think is clear now. And I believe say clear say, it no matter whether the person name Fofana, Traore, or Tarawali, or which language they speak, but the fact that una two carry the same name, a Kagbo born of the north, a Kagbo born in Bont district, not the same people because they are Kagbos in Bont. I had a friend called Robert Kagbo, may his soul rest in peace. He was born in Bont. He went to Jala University at the same time with me. We were friends before we went to college. Later, he became principal of Bontech, an institute that was opened by Peter Tucker, Dr. Peter Tucker, Peter Lorenzo Tucker. But he died somewhere along the line. We have common surnames along the country, but language don't make we just say we're different. Take your call, sir.
All right. Well, we get two calls them. Let me take them and then
Take
we'll
your
wrap
call.
up.
Take them.
Yes. VOS
Hello.
Network. Well, yes. What's up? Go ahead, please. What's your name and who said they call from?
Yeah, my name Molai. I call from Freetown.
Hello, brother. Thank you so much, brother Molai, for we call. And what's your you take on the program, sir? Go ahead, please.
Well, the program very educative. John Boya. Now, my name himself, they follow for a while now. But I don't know how Voice of Salone will for help we you get that kind of history in a video format, like a series like.
You want an answer to that?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, say Salone now,
So I believe
in network, they give problem. Yeah, go ahead. You don't come back on.
yeah. So I don't know how Mr. Jamboya and Voice of Salone will for help we let the public will get access to it now like a series like the history are good in a video we many Salone are going to get access to. And I think say if he say
Well, we don't get
to play a
Can I just answer
I believe
briefly,
so
Mr. Kagbo? I think we don't
take
lose
mind of
some.
Salone and change the
it
way
is
of how they
Okay,
do.
don't come back.
Yeah, you get me?
yes. We
Yes,
missed that
bye.
last part because you line be caught.
I say I don't know how Voice of Salone going for if we they would get them video ale Mr. Jamboya go make for we like something like a series like a video format way Salone go get access to such kind of information. What I believe they could play a great role for change the minds of Salone where they're able to know them background them and they know say we are just one people who come up from a different set them, but we all just be one people them and won't forget a one goal. So I don't know how do we for try for let many people and get access to them because internet's costing higher and also now just a minute.
Okay.
Network problem.
Yes, and
But
and
if I can answer, it's
yeah.
like
All right.
we
Well,
all
for
think alike.
caller for let you net you data not burn too much. We don't get your point. So you can go up
Now I
and
give
then
you the answer where you require. We all think alike. I am engaged in a project where the second stage of now for make documentaries, we go there in most of the national languages. We go start mainly with the three national languages, Mende, Timni, Creole. But as we know, these things require time and the mobilization of resources. So the only thing I go pray for me, like a long life, la no diet. Because me party then a free on Sunday one die now. They say this boy the money. So now pray for me la no diet. It will be accomplished between now and the next 3 years.
absolutely that would be great. We don't lost the other caller. So now, Mr. Jambo here. we don't take boku from within you say, and to me, I agree with that caller, but we go work on it. And we go work with Mr. Jamboria and let we see, and again we can bring other people on board, like
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly.
Mr. Sali Amadou Sali. We can able bring them all and let it all crack it together and see what thing and can put piece together, and we go find other people in back we will maybe involve in the editing and all that. But yes, now process. And we all go try for make that possible. And before I ask you for give you overall take, to me, I feel say I agree with you 100% in terms of the mindset, the attitude, the behavior of we leaders them and the so-called educated people them. Because Ghana, for example, yes, a caller talk about the tribe we predominantly help for like this current president win election, but Ghana they teach then two major language them at school, Chui and Gang. Kaswabi did it. I believe Ghana for a few years. So they do in our school. So Boku picking them, they sabi them two major languages then they. So to me, enough feel say they talk about the curriculum, school and stuff. Enough feel say it necessary. Like we can able to take 3 or 4 major languages them and embed them into the school curriculum we picking them now by force. If just like how they will take English and math as mandatory subjects. So to me, I feel say the language then they supposed for be like mandate Timni Limba. And I don't know previously Lokona be the 4th largest. I don't know who's one now the 4th largest. But like them 4 largest tribes then they make them say every Pekin for take them and then be like it can be from class whatever it is to like from 3, and then you can break now, and if you want to go deeper into them, that's okay. So to me I feel say that they go help big time. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
It's another way we can do it and fast track it.
Okay, who's
If
other way,
you
sir?
want to make people of Sierra Leone understand each other, a national youth corps was established in the last government where almost they die out. Use the national youth corps for train the young people them for get certain skills and deploy them in areas where then they go learn a new language. If that man born a Bombali, they talk Timni, Kerango Kailaun, they go dede, they do in training, they learn the Mende language. The best way anybody they learn a language now by being on the location. This was what Ahmed Sheikh Couture did in Guinea. Today, every Guinean, they talk at least 2 or 3 of the local languages. Every Fulamawe born inside Guinea, they talk either Madingo and Soso, or they talk Soso and Bresse or some other language. The Soso man, they talk Madingo and Fula. The Madingo man, they talk Fula and Soso. So, in such a case, there are frictions, there will be frictions, there will be grievances, but it will not explode to the point as we see it happen in Sierra Leone, which I hate the kind side.
Yes, because
We
clearly
have the
if
institutions, we have everything to make Sierra Leone a better place. But for a
yeah.
few people who don't want it, because them feel say, if change begin now, they will be the losers. And these guys don't know they are losing presently. Then Sidon pan politics, they have up for 400 million from MCC. If we set the economy out for set time, some of these guys who are hoping for that 400 million, they will be engaged in businesses that is producing $1 billion per annum. They just need to think a little bit out of the box and make the place a better place for everybody. Nobody is going to begrudge you as a politician from doing business if the economy is functioning The Prime Minister of Norway, he comes from a family that owns electric systems. They are making billions of dollars selling electric power to Europe. Nobody begrudges him for that because the economy is functioning. The last time, where power price one go up, the people of Norway then go to the parliament and go tell and say, we know say your papa and your grandpa then be make hydro na when I don't get boku money. If we sell electricity to Germany, the price for different without the selling to Norway. And they agreed. They agreed. Violentine and they not a crime. It is only a crime where you create inequality in the society. But if you allow society for open up, you allow people and forget their ability for build themselves, forget equity, and for make them able get the ability for consume goods and services. When I in the process where they create wealth, then all of the intentions here they go down. Nobody cares about a politician in a place where everybody is living good. Nobody.
Yeah,
It's God day.
clearly,
So
we
man
get,
say, nah, God day. We not
yeah,
go
we get,
tire. Although some of we don't know how a voice will go talk.
yeah, we get plenty of the example, and then you will get somebody we go live in Canada, it do well, and if you ask for a particular minister in name, it no go sabi because they not
You know,
care.
Sabi,
They
you
get
know
the
one
job.
know.
You know, I know exactly, and so again, America, it's surprising. Even with Salon people, Boku no know plenty of the sector of states, them, like the sectors, them, I should say. Now that country, they way now equivalent to ministers. Boku certain ministry, they would not even know the name. But guess what? It didn't affect you in any negative way. But Salon now, you get for know that person name because you get for go you feel say you get for go big to where you bobo dey and una go to line and stuff. So you they so force for say I sabi this person, and in turn you want to recognize the fact say it sabi you because of the resources is centered around all the just for the most part the politicians them. And yes, we need for change that. So Mr. Jamboya, put all this together because we don't they run out of time. Put all this together and tell people and what do you want for like we take from your presentation tonight, sir. Waiting at the key message. If you can
I
able
go make
craft,
them very, very short.
yes, go ahead, please.
The purpose of me being on social media is not to seek recognition from anybody. If una want to curse me, una want to clap for me, it no matter. What it matter is, let we recognize say we all not the same blood. Let we recognize say if we build trust amongst ourselves, we don't need for the go bigger to international community. If we build trust, every Sierra Leonean trust every Sierra Leonean. If we go say, let's go invest now with various chiefdoms, the kind of economic activities we will go promote, the value addition or value chain we go begin. In the next decade, Sierra Leone will be talking about billions of dollars. Wealth creation is a cumulative process. I'm sure say Mr. Kabo will agree with me. But it has to work on trust and honesty. Otherwise, it will fail along the way. Other factors then they will need. But let's start first by putting in place the trust. Another tell person say not join SLPP, not join APCO. Join any party you want, but not allow them for mislead you, for hate you, brother. Nobody, whether the man they talk the same language with you or not, as long as we are born within that Mano River Union, all the people in that area, now you blood DNA relatives. When we know that, we begin build trust. Then we'll see wonders for begin happen as Salone. That my last word for today.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Jamboria, for where you bless me with your knowledge. And I see by the comment section, but few people really appreciate this. And we will work on, I believe, say, the possible call and still put a comment, say it will fine if you put that segment here in the form of a video and stuff. But Fambula, I just want to know, say that segment here, not only the video format, but we they also transform them into audio because no say the video, it take plenty data. So we can transform them into audio and then we dey send them and then WhatsApp group them. So una look out for that and for like una self able for sharing with una own contacts them. So we don't come to the end of the program and by God's grace, episode 6 maybe depending upon waiting Mr. Jambo had all research, but will come by God's grace next month because this program now once a month. So now every last Saturday of the month. If God give a long life, a well body, and also no major event, no allow we for cancel them. But still, I encourage you for tune in next month when the end of July, the last Saturday inside July, for the episode 6 of this particular show. So precisely then they will be July 27th. So until then, Fambulem, I want to say on a thank you, and on behalf of Matilda and the entire show, all the people that we don't support and join we for push this show go before, one for tell on a boku thank you. Again, me as the guest, our guest host, Abdul Karim Kagbo, they wish you the rest of the great weekend. And for me to Una, and on behalf of all the VOS people, let God bless we all. And above all, as I can always say, let we not swear, just like how Mr. Jamboria say, now we brothers and sisters then, let we not swear the politicians them. Them people there, now then they control the resources. Now then they make policy where they affect me and you too. So if you swear them, and that's where they catch, they not even get the act even further together. It affects you, it affects the entire country. So it be a kind of repeated something. So now a kind of circle, revolving circle. So now that's make it nice. Let we pray, let God direct them. Because to me, like how Mr. Jamboria say, boku of them get boku skills. But it just happens that the mindset, the greed, the selfishness, are not able for allow them for lack then see beyond their own interest, for take the country as a collective interest for let the country go before. So then legacy go be that of saying then push the country go before instead of now be rich person. No. To me, then they not for be any leader in legacy at all. So let we pray for them. Let God direct them. But above all, me fumble them. Let we pray for the one and only country. We will not get two. Now this only country we get for proud of. We na Mama Salone. Until next time, I go encourage you now. Hopefully, when I go see Mr. Jamboria, and it's hopefully because I don't know, you know, confirm it, but hopefully when I go see Anaya back tomorrow, where he go join Mr. Sheila.
No which God no able me, Mr. Kagbo.
So I'm going to encourage you now for Leona tune in tomorrow, Sunday, where Mr. Sheila and Mr. Jamboria go come for talk about, and also Bokov will be they look forward to talking about politics and stuff, but this program is sort of unique. We don't want for we want to get everybody on board for let we talk to ourselves and see how we go for strengthening we history and use we history, for strengthening we collective peace and togetherness. And that's the main essence of this program. So dear big, una join Mr. Jamboria and Mr. Shilon, Lawyer Shilon, tomorrow for another episode of Social Media Review, and then go start 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and that will be 7 o'clock Salone time and 8 o'clock PM UK time. And usai Mr. Jamboree Day, it will be 9 p.m. And you see, I know for talk too much, but just for let we appreciate people and where they give them time. This man, it don't late to say day, but it give time. It don't give time today, and it will give time tomorrow back for free. Me fambul them, and we all know how much people and they make from them public engagement here, but then they give it for free. So do and let we respect that. And yes, we can disagree with them, but let we do it respectfully and let we take the sense out of the things that we not agree with. Let we take the one where we agree with and then implement them. So I go stop here, but I just want to remind we all say collectively we can able make Salone go before. Thank you now very much. And Mr. Jamboree, I want for say tata to Fambulem, sir.
Fambulem, una good evening and good night.
All right. Thank you very much. And let God bless you all and God bless Salone. Una tata.
Because of push, yeah. Papa government, NGOs not come so we aim, yeah. You where they import push, you know like Salone, no. Now we value, we like Dr. Isaac will say
That's a good show. Me brother don't want before you time. Me say that's a good show. So we they use the knowledge my youngest. Say that's a good show. We say that's a good